Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, I am so excited. It is Sunday afternoon. I am done with all of my work, well, most of my work. I still need to write my devotional for tomorrow, but that's all right. But I'm done with everything else. It is only 3 o'clock, and so now I am gonna sit around. Actually, I'm gonna go sit outside, and I'm gonna read with reckless abandon. I know, y'all, I'm a partier. So anyway, I am gonna start The Bright Years, and I'm gonna take y'all with me. So I don't know what this is about. We have talked about it. We may have talked about it a couple of times. Look how pretty it is. We may have talked about it more than once, but I think it's something about a family with an alcoholic, and yes, it's the wife. Okay, so I don't know how it works, but something about there's a son that the spouse doesn't know about, so it's got to be does it got to be? I assume it's the wife has a son that the husband doesn't know about. And maybe the husband's a secret alcoholic. They both got secrets. But anyway, it's called The Bright Years. My nose is itching, sorry. And it's a heartbreaker and heart mender at once. That's got me a little bit nervous. So I'm going to start reading it. It's not terribly long. It's well under 300 pages. It's 270 pages. But now I'm worried because it's not going to be a quickie read, like a quickie rom-com read. I have a feeling this is going to be deep, and it's gonna break my heart. It is a heartbreaker. So, and y'all know how I get. Y'all know I'm a crier. So I'm going to go start reading, and I will come back. I'm probably going to sit outside because it looks lovely out there, and it's 59 degrees. I'm going to sit outside. So I'm going to sit outside and read, and I will check back in a while and let y'all know what I know, because right now I don't know nothing. So I'm going to make me a lunch. I'm going to drink. Did I already say I just finished riding the bike? I'm going to drink my workout drink, eat my lunch, then I'm going to sit outside and read for a while, and I will check back when I know something. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this book. First, where's my tea? Okay. It's like, did I leave my tea inside? I did not. I have my tea. Let's talk about this book. First of all, let me tell y'all, well, secondly, I guess, there's no second of all, y'all. It's first of all and secondly. I know, nobody, I know. Calm down, teacher. I know. Got my tea. The felons are back there. I don't know what they're doing. I can't be bothered. If you see, y'all know the drill. If you see like little smiley faces floating around back there, it means that in post, I have discovered that, okay, they're both right here. Hang on, let me put them inside. Hey, felon Bo, come here. Hey. Y'all know how we normally do it. I just pretend like I think they're going to behave themselves. And then in post, I go through and put like smiley faces over them back there pooping. So I just put them inside so we ain't got to worry about it, because y'all, we got to talk about this book. So I am just barely into it, but oh, look how pretty it is in this bright light. We have met what I suspect will be our main characters. So when we meet Ryan, our MMC, he's a little boy, and he and his mama are literally running from his abusive daddy. And so we go through that with them, like just a quick brief snippet of him when he's a little boy. And then we jump to like 20 years later. No, probably 15 years later. I ain't doing the math. But where we meet Lillian and then he meets Lillian, or anyway, we're not going to get all up into the details, but they meet. And I believe, based on just the little bit that I've already read, that it's getting chilly. That north wind is coming, it's like an alley, right straight up. And that north wind is freezy. It is freezy too cold, y'all. But it seems like it's going to be about relationships. Like it's going to be driven by sort of changes in the relationships, just based on the little bit that I've read and the little bit that's happened already. I just get that feeling, and the fact that the whole thing starts out, we meet this little boy who is hiding underneath it, and it's, y'all, this is like pages 1 through 4 or something. So I ain't giving nothing away. But little boy Ryan is hiding under the kitchen table as his parents are fighting. And we're told, like, we're given insights into their life, like things that mom does to sort of protect him from the fighting, like to buffer the noise of the fighting from him. So you know it happens all the time. Like, you know, that's just a normal part of their lives. So the fact that the book opens that way, and then we jump to him meeting Lily, and then we jump quickly through some events in their lives, and like it's literally we jump from event to event, but it's events in their relationship, like as their relationship develops. So I suspect that's how this book is going to be. So the whole like heartbreaking, I cannot get over this whole heartbreaking and heart mending. If you weren't breaking my heart, you wouldn't have to mend it, is all I got to say about that. But I'm pretty sure that the fact that they introduced us to this like 7-year-old boy running from his, like with his mama, running from his abusive daddy, straight from the jump of the book, that suggests to me that we're in for a haul here, y'all. But that's all I know so far. We've met Ryan and Lillian, or Ryan and Lily, and I think that they are going to be I assume they are protagonists, unless one of them becomes the antagonist. I don't know, we'll see. But I wonder if, excuse me while I get a little literarily analytical. I don't even know what words I'm trying to say, but excuse me while I do a little literary analysis here. But I wonder if the relationships are going to be sort of a character. Remember how, oh no, that was a book club book. Book club, we read a book about these folks that go to a lake, and the lake is real. Well, I made an argument. I don't know if anybody actually bought it, but I made the argument that the lake is a character in the book because they go back to the lake year after year, and things develop around the lake and happen at the lake. It was called One Golden Summer. It was very good. We all loved it. Just BT dubs. Anyway. But I wonder if relationships in this book are going to be like that, because I really think it's going to be relationship, not even really character driven, but relationship driven. I don't know. We'll see. I've just started it, so I'm going to sit out here for as much longer as I can stand because it's getting chilly. But I'm directly in the sunlight, which I think sorry boot the lighting, y'all. It's going to be blown out, but I'm right in the sunlight because it's chilly. And as soon as I get into the shade, the degrees are going to drop. The temperature is going to drop like 20 degrees. So I'm going to sit here in the sunlight. I might actually shift it. Did y'all see what I just did? I hit my knee. It hit my reflex and it went wham. Anyway, I might actually shift that way. As the sun goes that way, I might shift that way and chase the sun for as long as I can. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I told y'all I'm going to sit out here and read books and drink tea with reckless abandon. So that's what I'm doing for the rest of the day. I hope y'all are having a great day. And I will check in with you tomorrow and let you know how this all goes. Oh my God, y'all. I am so miserable. So remember yesterday I was a little I did all my work. I'm going to sit around and read with reckless abandon. Well, I sat around and read and drank tea with reckless abandon. I drank tea way too late in the day. I know. I know. I try to act like I'm such a party animal. Well, I can't drink tea. Well, because it's black tea. So it's got caffeine. I can't be drinking that junk late into the day because I have to go to bed early because I get up early. So last night I'm laying in the bed, just tossing and turning, trying to go to sleep. And I was like, well, I'll just start reading again. But then, once you start reading again, you ain't going to sleep. So I didn't. So I just laid there miserable, fighting the urge to pick up my book. But anyway, I know, first world problems. So let me tell you about, I don't even have my book right here. Hang on. I know. Hot mess. Let me tell you about The Bright Years. So I told y'all yesterday, I think I told you, that I thought like it was feeling like it was getting real kind of like touchy-feely relationship-y. Oh yeah, because so when Lillian and Ryan, I don't know, they meet and you kind of jump ahead years. The jumps are sort of pivotal moments in their relationship. So it's not like, you know, she graduates from college or like he moves or something happens, but it's like relationship things that are, you know, sort of the propellants of the book. So that's why you're like, I have a feeling this is going to be real, like relationshipy, and it totally is. So it's very relationshipy, and it talks a lot about loss, which is interesting because it talks about like different facets of loss. Like she lost both parents. We learned this very early on, that she lost both parents. And I think I told y'all when the book opens, that he and his mom are running from his abusive dad. Well, abusive dad is in and out of his life. So like he kind of has lost his dad, but dad's not dead. So she deals with the effects of having lost those really important relationships in her life. So she fears loss and like the pain that comes with loss. And he fears, hang on, can y'all hear the felons? Let's grab them. He fears, like she knows her parents, but not really. Like she knew them when she was a kid, but she doesn't know them as an adult. So Felon Daisy's still over there eating stuff off the ground. Let's see if we can't get her attention. Come inside. All right, here she comes. So he worries about, this light is so good. He worries about being, again, his dad's abusive. So he worries about being like his abusive father. And she worries about forming relationships and forming ties and essentially loving people and loving things. Sorry, now I'm trying to, y'all know I can't do this. I can't like walk and talk and then set you down. So I just don't even try to act graceful anymore doing that. So he worries about becoming his father or being like his father. And she worries about making ties or like forming relationships because she's scared of that loss. Because she had her heart so like devastatingly broken at the loss of both of her parents. So we see a lot of that in the story. So like kind of both of their broken edges rub up against each other. I was debating whether or not to say this, but we got to talk about this. And like it's in all of the like previews of the book. They have a kid. And I'm like just kind of getting into that, like her name is Jet. They name her Georgette, but they call her Jet. Oh, y'all. But so we're just starting to deal with the introduction of Jet into this relationship of a mom that's scared to love and a dad that's scared of, like, he's always afraid that everything is a sign that he's like his father. So it is heartbreaking and the thing calls it heartbreaking and heart mending. It's heartbreaking and heartwarming all at once, but it is very heartbreaking. Like, it's not like Snot Bubbles Beartown heartbreaking, but like you're heartbroken for these people, like to see them, Lily especially, the way that she's so scared to love because she's afraid of what like the sort of the other side of that. The felons are sitting here snorting at me because they want their treat. They're like desperate to get their treats as though it's like a big old T-bone steak bone or something. Each of them is allowed one Cheerio. Well, Bo is allowed 2 Cheerios. So since all he gets is Cheerios, all he's allowed to have for a treat is Cheerios. So all Felon Daisy is allowed to have for a treat is Cheerios. And they're allowed 2, but y'all ain't counting out 2 Cheerios. So they get 1 Cheerio each and that's it. And they act like that's like the greatest. Now they'll sit there and like snort and beg me for a Cheerio. I know, anyway. So it's heartbreaking watching Lily's like fear over loving because of how devastated she was at the losses that she has suffered, that she's afraid to love again. And it's just, it's hard to watch because the life that she has and the opportunities to love that she has, that I don't want to say that she's missing because that's so much, but I mean, it kind of is. So anyway, y'all, did I mention that I'm tired? I'm so tired, but let me go. Of course I'm getting on the bike. I didn't even say that, did I? I'm about to get on the bike. I'm gonna ride and read for a while. And then we have some things we gotta do. I have a class I need to teach in a few hours, but I got to do some things before then. One is stay awake, but I got to do some things before then. So let me go do that. I'm going to read a bit, and then I'll be back at some point and let y'all know what I've read and what we're doing. So y'all have a good morning, and I'll see you in a while. All right, friends, I finished my ride. I know. Well, this wasn't the long ride. This was just the 40-minute ride after the 80-minute ride that I did before my other class. So we have a variety of things yet to do today. One thing I have to do is make Felon Beau's food. So I'm going to do that right now whilst we're talking. Y'all know, I know y'all know, Felon Beau is still on I'm putting water in a pot. I'm not going to show y'all this because it looks really gross while it's cooking. And we ain't going to eat it, so we don't care. I mean, we don't not care, but we don't care. But Felon Beau is on a low-fat, like very bland diet for his little tummy ache. So we bought some very expensive canned dog food for him, which he ate for the first couple of days when he was still really sick. But the doctor thinks that that made him sick. So then even like once he felt better, he's like that put him off, so he won't eat that. So I just cook for him. So I boil hamburger. Can y'all see the hamburger? I boil hamburger, and then once the hamburger's cooked, I think we've talked about this before, I take the hamburger out of the water that I boiled it in, and then I cook rice in the water so the rice tastes like hamburger. And then once the rice is almost done, I mix the hamburger back in, and then that's what I feed him. Because for a while there, I was doing like potatoes, or like I would do just plain old rice and hamburger, but he would pick out the meat and only eat the meat and not eat the other stuff. So he wasn't eating enough, and he was getting like way too much meat and not enough anything else. So then I was like, you know what? If I make the other stuff taste like meat, he's gonna eat it. So I know, y'all, I'm tricking a dog. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna cook for the dog, and then I have a class to teach in a few hours, but I want to read some more. But y'all, I cannot sit on the couch and read because I will go straight to sleep. But then I got to teach some more, so I can't do that. So I have a plan. But first, let's do this. And let me tell you what we know. Because, heavens to Betsy. So I told y'all that I could tell the way this thing was shaping up that it was going to be like very relationshipy, and it totally is. Like, it is totally about... And it's not just the relationship between Lily and Ryan, but it's sort of the relationships around them and the relationships that affected their relationship. So like hang on. I made myself my drink, but I left it over there, so hang on. Well, that's better. So the relationships that affect their relationship, like Ryan's relationship with his dad, his abusive alcoholic father, that makes him afraid that he's going to be abusive and an alcoholic. So he's afraid to be in a relationship because he's afraid that he's going to mess it up. And Lily's lack of opportunity to have a relationship with her parents because they're gone. So she's afraid of that, like suffering that kind of loss. So we deal with a lot of that. Things happen, stuff blows up, and I'm going to stop telling y'all anything. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, but I'm going to sort of tell you about what happens. So things settle down, and you kind of start to get that sense of like, okay, things are like, we've been through the bumpy parts, we're going to be okay now. But y'all, we have learned not to fall for that like false sense of everything's going to be all right. That's all I'm going to say there. But yeah, so now we're back in one of those cycles. So it's all about the feelings, y'all, and dealing with so I will tell you what this book has done to me. I don't know how to even say it, but it's caused me to think a lot about addiction. I didn't give this caveat. I never give this, like I always say, I never give this caveat when I give this caveat, but please check the trigger warnings in this book because it deals in very, very raw ways. I should have given a trigger warning at the beginning of this video, but it deals in really raw ways with some stuff that, like, if you're triggered by it, like you've stopped listening, and I don't blame you. But if you're triggered by these things, this book is going to set you on fire, because I have never, like, I've been so blessed that I've never in my life had to, like, on a first tier, had to deal with any kind of addiction issues or like abuse issues like they do in this book. And the way that I think Damoff is the author's name, and the way that she presents the issues of addiction have been so, I don't want to say enlightening for me, but they've just allowed me to see it in a way that I've never seen it before. And I've read all kinds of books with all kinds of characters who suffer from addiction, who are on sort of the receiving side of abuse from addiction, and just the way that it's dealt with. And the person in this, it's Ryan. I almost called him Raymond. It's Ryan in this book. It's that we talked about that the dad is, his father is an abusive addict, so he worries about being an abusive addict, so he's the one. But he is not made out to be like oh, woe is me, I mean, like, he's not made out to be a sympathetic character. I mean, he's not, I don't even know how to say this. He's not made out not to be a sympathetic character, but it's not like you have to feel sorry for him throughout the whole thing because he's this way because his dad was this way. It ain't that kind of party at all. And like, as I'm saying this, maybe I'm realizing why, and to say that I'm enjoying this book, it's not like that. Like, I mean, I find it to be very, very good and brilliantly written. I don't know why I said brilliant like that, but brilliantly written. I think I'm like super parched. Let's try that again. I find it to be brilliantly written because it is causing me to, like, I'm not bawling over these characters, but I am most definitely experiencing some of them. I am emoting, y'all. I am emoting over these characters. So it is so good. I'm very, okay, it's not enjoyable like Beartown Falling in Love with Benji enjoyable, but I am enjoying the read. Like, I'm enjoying the ride, kind of. So I'm going to let me finish cooking Felon Beau's food. And let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this up, and then I have to cut it back and let it simmer a minute. Y'all, look what I got. I might have shown y'all this, but I got this cute little camera. Look, so this bit right here is the camera. All the rest of this, hang on, let me cut it on and show you. So see, like, there's y'all can't see it, but like, you can see what's happening. You can, like, it's the viewfinder is here, but hang on, let me pop it out. This is the camera. So you don't even need this whole bit. See, you can't, I wish y'all could see that. It's too bright, you can't see it at all. But, so you can take it apart and still use this to like watch what this is seeing, or you can track it on your phone. Of course, there's an app. You can like use your phone to track this. So let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this back on here so I don't drop it in my pot while I'm cooking. But I'm gonna go, so this is magnetized, like it just magnets, look, watch, it just magnets right back in there. Well, there's also a little like disc that you can wear. Let me turn that off, hang on. And let me set it away from where I'm cooking. Way too many things could go wrong there, but there's a little disc you can wear around your neck, oh, I'm hitting my mic, sorry, up under your shirt, and then you just put that on your shirt, so that little like oval bit is all that shows. So I'm gonna go thrifting, and I'm gonna take y'all with me, and I'm gonna listen to my book, because I wanna keep reading, but y'all, I cannot sit on that couch with those felons snoring beside me, because I will be out like a light, not get anything read, and have to wake up and go teach that class and be grumpy. And don't nobody need that. So I'm going to go thrifting and listen to my book, and then I'm going to teach my class, and then I'll be back later and let y'all know how it goes. I don't know if I'm going to tell y'all anymore because I think I've already told you too much. I'm really hoping all the bad stuff is done, because y'all, the bad that just happened, yeah, So I'm hoping all the bad stuff is done. But, so I'm gonna go thrifting, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna teach my class, and then I'll be back later and let y'all know where we're going from here, all right? So finish with my dog's food, do all those things, and I'll see y'all in a while. So y'all enjoy your day, and I will see you on the couch in a few hours. Friends, I did the thrifting, then I taught my class, then I came down here and got on the couch with these felons. Oh, I keep elbowing Felon Bo in his hip. Got on the couch with these felons, and I finished The Bright Years. And, you know, so like I said, I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it. It's very well written. The ending is very good. Like, it's sort of a full circle kind of thing, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to tell y'all another single word about it, but I was walking around like thrifting and listening, and I couldn't stop. Like, I'm going to show y'all some of that video, probably. Like, I downloaded it, and it looked usable. So, sorry. I was a little teary, but I'm not going to show, like, I likely will not show you the whole thing, even sped up, because I was there for a long time because I just kept listening. Then finally I was like, all right, child, you got to get out of here or you're going to like buy the whole store. So I came home, and plus I had to teach my class. So I came home, I taught my class, and then finished up with the actual like eyeballs on the pages reading. And I read actually more like physically eyeballs on pages book than Kindle on this one, because it's so pretty and I wanted to hold it the whole time. So anyway, it is done. It was very good. It lived up to the hype, and the relationships, like the idea of relationship and like love and loss and all of that is absolutely a character in this thing. So loved this. I'm not sure, I'm going to read something else right now. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to read, but it's going to be much more lighthearted. I don't know. I was going to say nobody's going to die in it, but I say that and then people die in my books. So it is definitely going to be, it might even be cozy. So let me go find something to read, and then I'll come back and tell y'all what it is. Friends, I found another book to read. So I'm like halfway through already. I'm reading Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers. It's so good. I told you I was going to try to, did I tell you I was going to try to find something cozy? Or maybe I'd read something cozy, or maybe our next read would be something cozy. Oh, it's cozy. So Vera Wong is a very traditional old Chinese woman living in San Francisco. She owns a tea shop, and she comes downstairs one morning and there's a dead dude in the middle of her floor. So in the tradition of traditional old Chinese women, she decides that nobody else can do the job as well as she will do the job. So she decides that she's going to solve the murder herself. So, and y'all, I'm not going to tell you too much about it, but it's just so good. She's, like I said, she's just a traditional, like almost stereotypical old Chinese woman. Like she's a widow, and she's got a son who's very successful, and she's overbearing, and she feels like he ignores her, but he's like super busy. He's a lawyer, I think, and he's super busy, so he doesn't call her, and he does kind of ignore her, but she's kind of annoying. So but she gets involved trying to solve this murder. So she gets involved, sort of interjects herself into the lives of all of her suspects. It's just so good. And so I don't know if y'all know, I think y'all know this, you might know this, but so one of my teaching gigs is teaching English to non-English speakers, and a bunch of my students are Chinese. So I deal with lots of Chinese moms, and y'all, Vera Wong is seriously like the traditional Chinese mom. Like, it's just, I don't know, maybe she is the like traditional Chinese mom, but in subtle ways. Like, she'll give a compliment, and she doesn't say this, but like she'll say something like, oh yeah, he's a smart boy, but he's a little bit stupid. Like, she'll give a compliment, but it can't be a full-on compliment. It has to be like there has to be like a little bit of a dig to it, because you just can't, I mean, that's just sort of, I don't know if it's cultural or what it is, but they just like don't give a full-on compliment. There has to be like a little bit of something not being good enough. She does that all the time. And she's like constantly cooking for people, and it's just so good. Like the way that she shows her love is to cook and cook for and take care of people. But as she's doing this, she's like investigating these people for murder. It's just so good. And it's very well written, very charming, very, like, the banter is good. The interaction between the people is good. It's a full-on mystery. Like, you're straight up trying to figure it out right along with Vera Wong. It's just very, very good. I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I'm about halfway through. Finna go get on the bike. I'm gonna read some more. So I probably won't be back again because I don't want to tell you a thing in the world about it. I think I've already told you everything I'm going to tell you because it's just so much fun watching the whole thing unfold. But yeah, I've said all these things. It's very cozy, very charming, and just fun. It's just a fun read. And I think I would think it was a fun read even if I wasn't just coming off my trauma from the Bright years. But I've had Vera Wong, and I'm reading book 1. There's a book 2, which I don't know, it's Vera Wong, something else about murder. I'm sure it's she's investigating something she shouldn't be involved in. But I'm super stoked to read that next because I'm loving this. So let me go. I'm going to read. I'm going to ride. I got to teach a class. I got to do some stuff, and then I'll come back. I'm sure I'm going to love it. But I'm interested to see how it wraps up. So I'll come back later and let you know what I think. All right. So I hope y'all are enjoying your day, and I will see you in a while. Friends, I'm so very done. I'm done working. I'm done with my day. I'm done. I finished Vera. I am done with Vera. It was so good. I told you it's cozy. Did I tell you I enjoyed the characters? I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed how so Vera was investigating a murder, and she had a whole bunch of suspects, and it was very interesting how the lives of the suspects sort of intertwined, and it was very interesting how the life of the murder victim kind of developed. I'm so trying not to tell you a single thing in the world, but it was very good. I enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed how the whole thing, the plot developed. I enjoyed how it was all just good. It was all very, very good. I'm very tired. I'm about to eat lunch. It's 4 o'clock. I'm about to eat lunch, and then I'm gonna go sit on the couch with my felons, drink tea, and write my devotional for tomorrow. So, friends, if you made it all the way through this ridiculous adventure, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos over on Fit Danielle Eats the beginning of every week, with some book videos over here sprinkled in between. And now I do a daily devotional over on Fit Danielle Prays. So if I don't see you on one of those, I'll catch you on the next one.